Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome to another LEGO Harry Potter review. So today we're going to be looking at set number 76391, the Hogwarts Icons Collectors Edition. This set includes 310 pieces and retails for $249.99 when it came out back on September 2nd in Europe, but released September 15th in North America. Now getting right into the box art for this set, this is the first ever 18 plus range LEGO Harry Potter or LEGO Wizarding World set. We have that full black box art with a very nice blue light shining behind Hadwig. I think that alone is really beautiful on the box art. As for the logo, we used that typical Harry Potter font right there with a little outline of Hogwarts in gold, which I think is very nice for the 20th anniversary. I think that looks really great. And for our greebling at the bottom, you can see that we use that dark blue. Spinning us around to the back of the box, we get a back look at Hadwig, in addition to our 20th anniversary exclusive minifigures of Professor McGonagall, Albus Dumbledore, and Rubeus Hagrid. Additionally, we get some other details from the side, including our measurements, as well as our Hogwarts Letter, and also the ability to change out the color to your house. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for the box art, so let's open this up and take a look at the box contents. When opening up the box, I did want to note that some of the bags are loose and some of them come in another white box. Looking at the box contents, we have a lot of bags. We get a total of 22 numbered bags to build the entire set. You also get a bag with your instruction booklet, which is very, very thick, as well as some sticker sheets for this set, and also loose within that white box are 3 printed tile pieces for the Hogwarts Letter. Taking a quick peek at the stickers and instructions, we have the stickers that go on the potion bottles with a number of small references that I'll point out when we actually look at the builds. And then we have our monster instruction booklet. I love how thick this is. This is really how thick giant direct-to-consumer instructions should be. I really love that. And I just gotta say, I think that the picture that they decided to use for the front cover looks really, really nice. I like how everything is all spread out, giving you a good look at some of the different items that we'll have within this set. QR code off to the side. Very back features the win information for these 18 plus style sets. We get the piece count for a total of 2 pages. Right here you can point out a few really nice pieces in here that are exclusive. We get another additional 2 pages from that point. And then our last one leading to the final overall model for this set. I also did want to point out that we have this more gray color instead of the black being used for the instructions. I like that as a slightly different thing to other 18 plus sets. Also, while I'm at it, I thought I'd show the front of the instructions. For these direct-to-consumer sets, they always feature some really interesting stuff. We have a timeline featuring 2001, 2002, 2010 through 2011, 2018 through 2021. For the LEGO Harry Potter theme, we do have some years missing right there in between the 2002 and 2010 sets. That's just one thing I thought I'd note, but it does show like where we're seeing some of these objects, like the chocolate frog card for Dumbledore that we get at the very end, Tom Riddle's diary, the snitch, the chocolate frog, and the wand all the way over here, and of course Hadwig with her wings wide open that we got last. We have a small mistake, I guess, because that set came out last year in 2020, not 2019. We also get some information about the designers for this set, the graphic designers in multiple languages, and also a picture of the team working on this set over here. Really nice that they include this kind of information. And lastly, in the front of the instruction booklet, we have a page that just showcases all the different items included within this set. Here it is in all of its glory. We have the Hogwarts Icons Collectors Edition. This is a pretty big set. I mean, it's not as big as some of the other LEGO Harry Potter D2Cs that we've gotten in the past, but it certainly is a really beautiful display piece. Included within this set, we get a number of new recolors in addition to 6 brand new and exclusive prints to this set, not counting the minifigures that we're going to start off with now. Starting off with our very first minifigure, we have the 20th anniversary Golden Dumbledore. Now, we have a lot of really great recolors in gold, as well as some beautiful prints on this character. Starting off, we get the printing from the front of the skirt piece, as well as on the torso, which I'll remove the beard in a second. Beard is brand new in that golden color. I'm pretty sure it might be a different beard compared to the one that we got within the 2019 Advent Calendar. Again, we get the recolor of the wand in gold here, facial expression with the glasses. We also get a print on the front of that hair hat combo that we saw introduced within the collectible minifigures series last year. You can take a look at the back printing for the torso, which will feature that 20 years of Lego Harry Potter that we see for all of these golden minifigures. Now, removing the beard, you can take a quick look at the torso printing as well as the facial expression. Really love the continuation of the skirt printing to the torso. Very similar to the one that we got in the collectible minifigures last year, and then of course only the one facial expression with the glasses from the front and a very nice smirk for Dumbledore. Next, looking at the golden version of Professor Minerva McGonagall, I think she turned out great. We get the printing on the skirt piece again, which is exclusive, as well as the torso piece, kind of mimicking the one that we got in the Hogwarts Moment set earlier on in January. Recolor of the wand in gold again. Facial expression very nice with the glasses. We also get that hair hat combo recolored for the 3rd time this year in pure gold right there. You can take a look at that all around, and then we also get the 20 years of Lego Harry Potter printing from the back. We'll remove that hair hat combo just to confirm that we don't have another facial expression on the other side. And overall, I'm very happy with how her character turned out, though I think it would have been nice if she was actually included within the Wizard chess set, because that was technically her creation to protect the Philosopher's Stone. I think that would have been a really nice fit for her character instead of this set. And then probably the biggest surprise inclusion in this set has to be the Golden Rubeus Hagrid, who I just can't believe that they made him in this set. It just blows my mind. We have a lot of new recolors in gold. For one, we have that Hagrid body piece as well as those arms right there, and then the beard piece. You can take a look at the printing from the front of his body that shows his tailcoat. And you can take a look at the back where we have the 20 years of Lego Harry Potter, a little bit off center, but still nice to see that we have that. I'm really happy with how this character turned out. We get a new recolor of the umbrella in gold. I'm pretty sure that's brand new. Short legs right there if you don't know how this version of Hagrid works. We have the short legs and then they connect right into the body. And then the body, we have 2 of these Technic holes where we can put in the arms that have that Technic pin. And then we have the regular minifigure hand on the end, removing the beard piece so we can take a better look at the facial expression, which is kind of similar to the ones that we've been getting for Hagrid, just on that golden head. There's a quick look at that. And another spin around all around of his character. Really pleased with how this character turned out. Now, with our minifigures out of the way, we can get right into talking about the display stand, which is probably one of my favorite parts of this set. First of all, I love that 2x4 tile print, that circular 2x4 tile print in gold with the Lego Harry Potter logo. I think that is an amazing print. I can see people using that in mocks even. That's a really, really useful piece. We even get another print up here with the Albus Dumbledore, because this is supposed to be the Albus Dumbledore chocolate frog card, which is the first chocolate frog card that Harry gets on his train ride to Hogwarts, which goes along with the actual chocolate frog build that we'll look at in a second. But I think the building techniques for this is really clever. I really love using this door frame piece, which was introduced earlier on in the year in that tan color. We also have this clip piece connection montage to just get the shaping. We have the little stars in gold around, which I think works very well. Jumper plate, so then you can put Dumbledore right there in the center. we reuse these pieces that I remember seeing within the Forbidden Forest set last year in 2020. And of course we have more of these golden minifigure stands, which was newly introduced for this particular line of Lego Harry Potter in that color. So now one other thing that we can actually do with the display stand, in addition to actually placing your characters in here, so we're going to plop Dumbledore in the middle, and we're going to plop both Professor McGonagall and Hagrid onto the side. So now what you can do with this is you can actually remove these pieces off to the side. These are meant to actually stay in to the side where we have this Technic axle in order to connect two more additional pieces of stands that you build in the very end. So grabbing those two additional stands, you can see how these work. I'm just going to remove one of the minifigure plates. We have these 2x3 studded areas that we plop the bottom of these plates on in order to center them. I think that's a really clever build, and we use a lot of these tiled wall elements there. You can plop in these portions of the stands, and then we even get these end pieces in order to cap it off. So if you do own all of the 20th anniversary LEGO Harry Potter Golden minifigures, you can actually recreate this entire display stand, which kind of blows my mind. Just look at all of these characters together. I think it works very well. Only downside when it comes to actually holding this, the middle is a little heavy weighted with that chocolate frog card, but for most people you'll be keeping it on display on a stationary surface, so I don't think it should be too much of a problem. Another thing that I did want to point out is that we did actually get more anniversary figures for Harry Potter than we have for pretty much any other anniversary so far. Like Star Wars, we only got 6, and Ninjago, we only got the main ninja as well as Sensei Wu, so I just think it's crazy that we got all of these golden minifigures. I'm really excited to see what happens next year when we supposedly see anniversary characters for the superheroes line. Moving right along with our next build, towards the end we have our chocolate frog, which I think is a very cute posable build. You get these Technic pins in order to move the back legs up and down. You also get a hinge plate so you can move it side to side, as well as a clip piece so then you can move the individual feet from the back of the legs right there. We also get another Technic joint right here in order to move the front feet back and forth, and we also get the clip piece connection for the teeny tiny feet at the bottom there. Looking at the mouth, I think it's very cute that we get a small little gap, and then we also have those little studs, I guess to pose as teeny tiny teeth or something. I don't really know the anatomy of a frog. We get the pose pieces right there being used to create the eyes, which are these ball pieces in brown. We get a few new recolors here, which I really appreciate. You can just take a look all around. There's a look at the bottom. There's a look at the top where we have a jumper plate. If you want to just stand a minifigure or sit a minifigure up there on top of the frog, you can do that if you really want to. Overall, very nice, cute build to go along with the rest of the chocolate frogs and display stands that we get within the 20th anniversary wave. Probably the only accessory included in the set to reference one of the later Harry Potter films, Half-Blood Prince, we have Felix Felicis, or Liquid Luck. We get a lot of glow-in-the-dark pieces. A lot of these I think are brand new recolors for this set in particular. We get the sticker from the front with the Felix Felicis logo, and take a look all around. I will also post a picture of this glowing in the dark if you're interested in that. At the very top you can also see that we have the cork for the bottle, which also has one of those stick pieces that runs through the entirety of the build. One of the most interesting accessories included in this set, in my opinion, has to be the inclusion of Harry's glasses. We get a brand new mold for this set, these circular pieces. If you're interested to take a closer look at these are brand new and exclusive for this set. I'm very interested to see if they start using these for the Quidditch goal pieces. I think that would be really great if they recolor these in gold for the Quidditch goals. I think that would be really interesting to see. But taking a look at Harry's glasses, you get the two circular areas, no frames in the glasses, of course. We also get these little Technic angles right here in order to move the back ends of the glasses, which you can see have these axle pieces, which lead to the very end with these long spikes. If you want to try and put these glasses on yourself, which I will just roll some B-roll footage with me wearing these glasses because they actually fit my face surprisingly. And again, that's just another thing to appreciate about this set, that a lot of the objects are realistically sized if you want to just play around and pretend with them, including the wand, which is our next subject. With a lot of those smaller accessories out of the way, we can now work our way up the build, starting off with the wand, which is actually attached to the base of Tom Riddle's diary here with one of these ball joints. You can see that we have it attached using that ball joint. You can hide it, or you can have it exposed like that. It just shows that the wand is resting in that general area, and you can also even, if you want to, put the wand the other way, which I certainly would prefer putting it in the other direction because it doesn't really look very good there. But needless to say, looking at the wand, we have a very nice color scheme of the dark brown as well as the regular brown leading up, and it does feel really nice in your hand like a real wand should. Now, I was planning on doing a comparison in this video to some prop wands that I own within my collection, but unfortunately I haven't been able to find those yet, so you'll have to look forward to a separate video on that topic. But again, just looking at this, I really love how it's all tiled off, not too many studs going on. We have a few brand new recolors, like this piece in dark brown is brand new for this set. Again, really the only thing that really is off-putting about this is that ball joint. I don't like that that is sticking out. It just kind of takes away from the overall feeling. I wish that it was more just separated from the build than it is connected, you know, but this is meant to be a collector's display piece. Most people aren't going to be just picking up this wand and playing around with it like I am, or who knows, maybe I'm wrong. But overall, I think that they did a very nice job. Lots and lots of building on the side all around, and even to the very base of it, which I really love the texture from the very bottom of the wand. Moving down here, we have some French fries. Oh wait, no, this is actually supposed to represent a Gryffindor scarf that is only from the front. It doesn't really wrap around anywhere. I would have liked to see it wrap around from the back, but then again, how would they do that and make it look good? Again, I think that this is a very nice inclusion, but really wasn't necessary. I mean, I guess it's nice for customization because we also get pieces in order to build different versions, like we have the Slytherin one using the light gray and the green, and you can also use these other extra pieces in here. We get a little bit of black and blue, so you can make Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw, also using the pieces that we have here, the yellow from Gryffindor and the light gray that we have for the Slytherin. So we're moving this quickly so we can take a quick look at this build. We get the same build for all of these, it's just the colors are reversed. You can see right here that we have a small plate in order to rest the back of this. You can see that we have a lot of these hinge plates right here in order to get all the different angles, and as I said, it kind of looks like French fries with the red, and then we have the little bits of yellow there. I don't know what to think about this. It's probably the worst part of this entire set in my opinion. Even though it is nice for customability, it's definitely not my favorite part. Otherwise, tell me in the comment section below what your thoughts are on including these scarf pieces. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I personally don't really care for these, as I said. Oddly enough, Tom Riddle's diary is the foundation of this entire build. We get that ball joint connector for the wand, and we have those studs for the scarves that we were just talking about. But looking at the sides of the build, you can tell that this is Tom Riddle's diary because we have these little golden engravements from the sides. You can spin it all around to take a look at this build for Tom Riddle's diary, which is actually a really nice build considering it's like an opened book. It's really interesting how they do this, where we have some interesting building techniques if we remove these parts over here. Now we have this building technique where we stack 3 of these wall element tile pieces on top of each other in that tan color, and you just slide them in this little hole. We have a whole bunch of them from this side to create the pages of the book. I think that's a really clever building technique, and I'm interested to see if LEGO ever uses it again, because it's just such a unique idea to represent the pages of this book open. I think it's really great that they did that. We also get a brand new recolor in this set. This slope piece in that tan color is brand new and exclusive to this set. And again, I just think it's a really interesting idea for the foundation. I just would have wished that there was something written here, but again, as I said, it's just not necessary because a lot of this is really just covered up and it's just meant to be the foundation of the entire build. Moving up 2 more levels, we have 2 of these miscellaneous books. They don't really give us any information on what these books are supposed to represent, but they exist here. We have this dark blue book, which also has these little bits of light gray on it. And then we have this dark red book, which has these little bits of the dark tan on it. You can take a look all around, and we also use a lot of these 1x2 brick pieces with the grooves to create the pages, which again is a very nice building technique. Very nice to get a bunch of those in that tan color. And you can take a look at the spine of the book. Nothing written on it. Would have been nice if they wrote something there to give us confirmation on what these books are really supposed to be. And we don't get anything written on the other one. And we also get a little bit of gold at the very end, which was another thing that I thought I might as well mention. They do reuse those minifigure stands in gold when building those books, which I think is very cool that we get a bunch of those pieces included in this set. Moving upwards, before we talk about the Hogwarts Letter, we might as well talk about the other potion ingredients that we have from the very back of this little storage device, which also includes a new exclusive print for this set, which has an HG to represent Hermione Granger. I don't know why they did that, because I don't think that's really like a real reference to the films or the books or anything. But you know, still it's nice that we have like Hermione Granger's potion ingredients, even though she probably wouldn't have some of these things on her at all times. Especially something like this. We have the Polyjuice potion, which I think is really nice that we get that represented by these translucent green studs. We have 2 different colors of translucent green being used for these potion ingredients. We also get a brand new piece for this set. If we remove this top off, you can see that we have this brand new piece that is exclusive at the time to this set, which we also run one of these bar connections through in order to create the cork at the very top of the potion bottle. You can take a look at the bottom where we just get one of those circular plate pieces. And then just for the main foundation of the build, we use these curved wall element pieces in translucent clear, where we apply these stickers, which I think is appropriate that these are meant to be stickers because they're stickers on real potion bottles. So I really love that continuity there, where things that are meant to be stickers are stickers and things that are not meant to be stickers are not stickers. Moving to our next ingredient, we have asphodel, which goes very well with wormwood infusion, which we'll look at in a minute. We have these brown studs in here. We also get another little sticker at the bottom here, in addition to the main label from the front, which I think looks pretty nice. You can take a look at the top over here. We have that same building technique as we get for the other bottles. Looking at the wormwood infusion, we get that sticker centered right there. I really love the placing of that, and also that it is more of a diamond shape instead of a typical square. I like the uniqueness of all of these different potion bottles. It's very nice that they get unique stickers for all of these. And then we have a small reference to page 394. And then lastly, we have a reference to Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. We have Gillyweed, which has a reference to the first ever LEGO Harry Potter set, set number 4701 as the number, which I think is really nice that they reference that there. Inside the bottle, you can take a look that we get a lot of these vine pieces in that pure green color. And again, we get that same exact building technique as we see for the other bottles. I really love that we get all of these different potion ingredients in addition to the Felix Felicis, and you can actually even fit that in here because we get an extra spot. Wrapping up my thoughts about this little potion box, I really love getting those fence pieces in black. Those are pretty cool to see. as we move around, you can see that we have a lot of the Technic features in order to connect Hadwig, as well as the Technic features that run through here, run through the books, all the way to the very bottom of the base in order to make sure that everything stays together. I really love all of the efforts that LEGO put in to make sure that this is a stable model. Despite my thoughts that Hadwig should be too top heavy to exist on top of this build the way that she's built, I just think that LEGO did a very nice job planning out all of the different features. Next, moving on to the Hogwarts School Letter, we have 3 brand new and exclusive prints included to build this up. First thing that I wanted to bring to your attention is a small spelling error when it comes to the first tile over here. We have a small spelling error within the school motto, which is Draco Dormans Nunquam Titulendus, which is Latin for never tickle a sleeping dragon, kind of a weird motto. But needless to say, the spelling error occurs at the very end right here, where we have an O instead of a U in Titulendus. Now, when it comes to a premium $250 direct-to-consumer, there really shouldn't be spelling errors, but it's not something that is like completely noticeable. I'm not gonna get too worked up about it. It's not too much of a big deal to me. The big thing that I don't like about the Hogwarts Letter happens right here, where we have dear ... where they're suggesting you to grab a Sharpie and write your name on the Hogwarts Letter, which I don't really like the idea of graffitiing Lego, if that's even a word. I would have preferred if this actually said just Dear Mr. Potter, because that's really what we were hoping for in a direct-to-consumer, a $250 display set. Even this isn't really meant to be a playset, it's a display set, so really it should have said Dear Mr. Potter. And then it goes on, which I'm not going to read this. If you want to read it, you guys can pause that. It just says the regular stuff that you would see for a Hogwarts Letter, and then concluded at the bottom with yours sincerely, Professor McGonagall, who is the deputy headmistress. And then we also have the headmaster, Albus Dumbledore, at the very bottom with all of his titles, which I really love that they included that. It's a really beautiful reference. Again, that's really the only problem that I see. Spelling error isn't really too much of a big deal in my opinion. Now, if you're interested in how this is actually all built up, I'm just gonna remove it from the area. You can see from the very back that we have these ball joints in order to connect up all of these tile pieces. And at the very top, we have these clip pieces that you can actually clip to the very base of where Hadwig is right there. And it also gives you a better look at everything, and also the hidden piece that connects the snitch, which I'll get to in a minute. But I think it's really nice how this is connected right there using the clip piece connection, and also using the ball joint connection, which really was unexpected. You know, I was also thinking when I originally saw this that this would all be like mounted behind here and that we wouldn't really see too much, but I'm really happy with the final outcome. Moving off to the side, we have the golden snitch, which is connected actually using some Technic connections right here, so you can actually move it back and forth if you really want to, which the one thing that I do have to minorly complain about is that we have just this black bar. I would have liked to see something like translucent to connect to the snitch, though again, if they did use a piece like this, which I just ripped off of one of the Hogwarts expansions close to me, I think that support wouldn't be enough, but then again, maybe it would be. But taking a look at the overall build, I really love the use of this more chrome gold, which is a brand new color, I guess, for this year. We saw a lot of it within the Infinity Gauntlet for the Marvel theme, though one thing that I do have to minorly complain about, that this is a brand new recolor. I would have liked to see it in that same gold color. That's really the one thing that I minorly have to complain about when it comes to the color choices, though again, I mean, I guess it kind of works, but you know, it's just the one thing that I minorly have to complain about a lot lately when it comes to their choice of gold colors, that they use a mixture of both. I would like to see them stick to one or the other when it comes to certain builds. That's just really all that I have to say on the topic. Otherwise, we get a lot of very nice building on the side when it comes to this, and you can take a look from the very back to see how that's connected. And again, we get these giant hot air balloon pieces in gold, which is brand new and exclusive to this set, and I'm not sure if some of these are brand new recolors or not. I'm pretty sure these also came within that Infinity Gauntlet set back in the summer. And lastly, that brings us to Hadwig herself, who is such a beautiful build. It is probably the build that takes the most in terms of this entire set. I really love how she turned out. We do reuse a printed piece that we saw within the 2020 buildable Hadwig, being these eye prints, which I really don't mind them doing that. I think it works very well that they reused those eye prints that we saw within that other Hadwig set, which I'm just going to bring into the frame a little bit if you're interested to see kind of like a size comparison between these guys to see how big that brand new Hadwig. I would like to do a collection comparison video, though I just want to get my hands on that 2018 one that I still haven't been able to find anywhere. It is a little expensive on the aftermarket. It's just something that I'm eventually gonna have to grab. So taking a quick spin around at Hadwig, I really love how she turned out. Again, it's just such a beautiful looking build, lots and lots of tiled off, sloped off pieces. Even the back looks really, really nice. The attention to detail, even with like a lot of the black spots right there. You get a mixture of clip piece connections from the very bottom and the back right there, in addition to these ball joint pieces in order to connect all the wings together. It is a little hard to get them aligned in a specific way that you would want to see them aligned, but if you also look from the sides of the wings, you can see that we have a little area that pushes out. That allows these wings to actually stack up upon each other. As you can see right there, we have the bottom of this one lining up with that in order to create that outline and evenly space out all of the wings. Additionally, we get a play feature from the very top of Hadwig where you can actually turn her head back and forth, or in a creepy way 360 direction right there. Really like how they do the beak just with that small little black modified 1x1. I also really like getting this piece in white right here. You get 4 of those rounding out Hadwig, that smaller slope piece that we saw within the Slave 1 set earlier on in the summer, but in dark green. Again, I just really love the attention to detail using a lot of these macaroni tile pieces, a lot of different slope pieces, and those just little flecks of the black and the dark gray in order to get everything across. And also we have a little bit of a Technic connection right there to get these top ones, and again ball joints all the way to the end where we have those clip piece connections, and then the clip piece connections at the very base right here at the very back in order to actually get all of that to work together. Finally, moving down to Hadwig's belly, I just have to appreciate all of the different slope pieces down here in order to get those angles right. And then we move to the very first thing that we build for Hadwig, being the feet, which are actually connected using some Technic connections all the way down into the base. You can see that the legs actually have the Technic that go up, that go into the base down here, which I'll point us down again to see that whole Technic connection, which goes all the way down through the books. Even you have some pretty sizable holes when you build that up. Another thing that we get at the very base of the feet are these ball joint connections for the little talons, which you can adjust if you so desire to connect onto the little Hogwarts letter that you get at the very end. So overall, for $250, I think this set offers a really great display value, especially if you're a huge LEGO Harry Potter fan like myself. You're gonna really love seeing a lot of the different references included in here, down to the potion ingredients. You get Harry's glasses that you can even put on your face. You get a really nice sizable wand that you can wave around. You get a pretty nice buildable chocolate frog. You get a display stand right there for your golden 20th anniversary minifigures. If you've been collecting all of the sets for the summer wave, you can plop them all on there, in addition to the 3 brand new and exclusive ones, Dumbledore, Hagrid, and McGonagall. Additionally, when it comes to the main big display piece here, Hadwig turned out amazing. I don't think they could have done any better with Hadwig. It just looks really phenomenal. Really excited to put that next to the microscale Hogwarts in a few seconds to see that size comparison. Lots of really nice prints, lots of new recolors in this set, and certainly this is something that is unique and different that we really haven't seen LEGO do for the LEGO Harry Potter theme until this year. We saw a lot more of these more buildable style objects. I expect it's something that we'll see a lot more of in the future. When it comes to direct-to-consumers, as much as I would love to see more minifigure scale stuff, and especially stuff from the Deathly Hallows that apparently they just don't want to touch for some reason, I think that we're going to be seeing a lot more stuff like this. Who knows what's going to happen? LEGO has a mind of their own when it comes to their designers and everything, and I think that this is certainly a really nice addition to the LEGO Harry Potter portfolio, especially great for celebrating 20 years of LEGO Harry Potter, giving us a stand for our minifigures, and again, just giving us a really beautiful display piece that I don't think we would have seen otherwise. So yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, what your thoughts are on this set. Also remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so every time I upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!